Hello, and welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. My name is Bob Serino, and I'm so grateful that you chose to practice with us today. Here at YSI, we do yoga different. A lot of people just think about yoga as the outer practice of how we put our body in space. But at the Yoga Studies Institute, we focus on combining the inner world with the outer world, which is what yoga was originally intended to be. It's yoga that changes your world, not just your body. We source our information from the most classic and authentic texts in yoga, and we offer that to you through daily meditations, through daily asana practices, and through a rich assortment of courses on our platform. So if you want to dig in and truly experience yoga and feel happier and healthier and full of purpose, then you've come to the right place. Develop a daily practice with us and see the change for yourself.
Welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. I'm Benji. I'll be guiding us through a 30-minute Lady Niguma practice, and we have finally arrived at the tip of the head, the Sahasrara, or the Mahasukra chakra, chakra of great bliss. The element here is you becoming an enlightened being. We've traveled all the way up the mountain, from the root chakra, all the way up the spine to the tip of the head. As we did this, we started to unwork the knots at the major chakra centers to open up the central channel. As we do this, it's important to recognize that the inner winds in the body are starting to move around. And we've habituated these inner winds to the things that we've done in our life, our behaviors, our emotional and thought patterns. And so as we start to move the winds around in the body, we start to go against our normal patterns. And this can create a certain situation called lung inside of the body, which is an excess of wind. And so if we do too much practice and too much study and too much of anything, we can create a buildup of the inner winds. And so this can be experienced as anxiety, paranoia, headaches, fogginess, dizziness, a sense of feeling ungrounded. And it can happen pretty easily. We don't even know it happens. If we have a source of tension and we come to our practice with a lot of force to undo that tension, instead of being delicate, we can actually encourage more tension in the body. And so what's a forceful practice looks like? This can be like prideful. It can be too much practice. It's very much coming from a thought that we want to be better without a listening that we want to be better. And so by listening to the body, we become compassionate towards it. And we have the wisdom to know where things are going to come from. And so this compassionate wisdom ends up being our path, our protection, and our goal. And so to overcome the lung, we need to do certain things. First, we need to be able to witness that that's what's happening. And then we need to say we need to slow down. We need to be compassionate here and to be wise. We need compassion to say, where is my edge? Have I gone past the edge to create a certain situation inside myself that's uncomfortable? And then to step back from that edge. This could look like stopping your practice for a few days, for a week, slowing down on your studies, getting yourself grounded, eating some dense food, reading a book, being entertained, being out in nature, going to stand barefooted in some wet grass, or being in the garden. These are all ways to overcome lung. How did the lung come up? Well, like we said before, as we start to disturb the inner winds in the body, we start to unbind these knots. All of our old gunk starts to come up, like disturbing a clear stream. There was lots of dirt at the bottom, and now it's been disturbed, so now the stream is cloudy. And so our practice is to remove that gunk, is to remove the old patterns from our life that are creating a situation inside of us that it's creating more tension and a misunderstanding of where our world is coming from. and perpetuating our negative emotions. So the easiest thing we can do is to come into Sukhasana. Find an easy seat. It's the most simple outer method that we have. And then we start to become aware of our breath, moving in and out at the tip of the nose. Giving a command to the body to relax. Letting the inner winds know that we're moving into our yoga practice. Communicating with ourselves in a compassionate way. So now we're not dictating and forcing our will upon our own body. Slowing down. Checking in. Doing a body scan. Are there any points of tension in the body? What's going on? Take an assessment. Do I feel energized today? Do I feel a little slow today? Whatever it is, we have a practice for it and we have a method for it. Take account of what's going on in the body. Noticing any spots of tension. And as we move forward into some sun salutations, remaining aware of the breath, being compassionate to the body to know where it's at, meeting it at the edge, and helping the body, not forcing the body to do anything that it's not capable of today. Let's come to the front of our mat. Finding a mountain pose, grounding in through the three corners of the feet, lifting up from the arch, drawing the inner thighs together, feeling the energy draw up the body, tucking the tailbone slightly, feeling a breath moving in and out through the nose, filling up the chest. On an exhale, abdomen comes in towards the spine. Maintain this abdominal pressure through the practice. Finding a long spine. Inhale, bringing the hands, palms together at the level of the heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down and back. Inhale, hands come up towards the sky. Thumbs interlock. Go ahead and look upwards towards your hands, finding length in the neck. Relaxing the face, muscles of the face. Exhale, gracefully folding forward, clasping the hands behind the back. Nose comes to knees, abdomen in towards the spine, lifting from the arch of the feet, hips go up, feet go down. Strong arms, relaxing the neck. Planting the hands, left foot steps back, left knee down to the ground, stretching the groin, finding a long spine. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Knees come down to the mat, finding a bit of a cow here. Chest comes down, leaving the hips in the air, chin comes down. Finding a deep stretch in the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the hips down. Straightening and strengthening the legs, grounding them into the mat as you lift up, coming into a baby cobra. Chest comes forward and up, elbows in towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, pushing yourself up in through tabletop into down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the left foot forward, right knee down to the ground, stretching the groin, grounding through the back shin and the front foot, actively engaging the muscles of the legs, long spine, chin comes up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the right foot comes forward to meet the left, hands clasped behind the back. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, gracefully coming back down, hands clasped behind the back. Exhale, planting the hands, right foot steps back, right knee down to the ground, planting the left hand next to the right foot. Inhale, planting the right hand, left arm extends upwards, finding a twist. Looking up to your left hand, twisting at the neck, the upper spine, grounding through the foot and the leg. Exhale, planting the hand, moving with the breath, bringing the left foot back to meet the right. Knees come down to the mat, chest comes down to the mat, chin comes down. See if you can bring your knees closer to your chest. Finding a deeper stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the hips down, coming into a baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bringing the right foot forward, left knee down to the ground, placing the left palm next to your right foot, right arm comes up to the sky. Stretch. Grounding through the palm and the front foot, grounding through the shin, lengthening through the fingertips. Exhale, planting the right hand, bringing the left foot to meet the right, nose to knees, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Bringing the palms together at the chest. Remembering our intention to be compassionate with ourselves. Taking it easy as we redirect the inner winds towards the central channel. Being delicate as we disturb all of the old gunk up and out of the body. Being patient with ourselves. Being kind and considerate. Inhale. Exhale, hands down and back. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, gracefully comes down. Hands clasped behind the back, nose to knees. Planting the hands, left foot steps back. Left knee down to the ground. Inhale, arms come up, low lunge. Shoulders back and away, reaching up through the fingertips. Long spine, strong legs, engaging all the muscles of the back leg. Exhale, bringing the left elbow over to the knee, finding a twist. Palms together. Engaging the muscles of the legs, engaging the abdomen, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, planting the hands, bringing the right foot back to meet the left. Option here for knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, strong legs, hips are off the mat. Inhale to the chest. Exhale back into down dog. Exhale. Inhale, left foot comes forward, right knee down to the ground. Inhale, arms come up, low lunge. Engaging the muscles of the legs on an exhale, bringing the elbow over to the knee, finding a twist. Palms push against each other. Elbows in one line. Shoulders back and away. Engaging the muscles of the body. Exhale, planting the hands. Right foot steps forward on an inhale, exhale, folding forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, gracefully coming back down. Exhale, planting the hands, right foot steps back, right knee down to the ground. Inhale up, low lunge. Exhale, crossing and twisting across the body. Becoming aware of the breath being aware of how the body feels without judgment, just an objective observation. Inhale, exhale, planting the hands, left foot steps back, knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, reaching forward and up with the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward, right knee down to the ground. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, planting the hands, right foot steps forward, hands clasped behind the back. Let's plant the hands and bring the left foot back, left knee down to the ground. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, crossing the body, twisting towards the right side. Maintaining abdominal pressure, finding support in the legs, twisting, being compassionate to the body. Immediately starts to move the winds into the center, away from the side channels. Changing the flow and direction of our energy in our body. Bring the left foot forward, hands clasped, forward fold. As we change the pattern of the inner winds, our emotional and thought patterns change. And we can start being the person we've always wanted to be. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Hands come to the center of your chest. Plant a seed here and visualize the person you want to be. Capable, strong, courageous, fearless, beautiful, at peace, content. These are the things we should think about as we do our practice. And this helps to move the inner winds in the right direction. Take an inhale. Exhale, breathe all the tension out of the body. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward, planting the hands. Uttasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping both feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bringing the knees down, hips go back to the heels, untucking the toes, child's pose. Inhale up to sitting on your heels, Virasana. We're going to move into rabbit, bringing the tip of the head onto the floor with our knees towards our forehead, touching if possible, with our hips up in the air. Key to this pose is to have most of the work done with our arms, gripping on the heels, pulling on the heels as we move the hips up into the sky and we're not going to put too much weight on the tip of the head. We want to be able to control the distribution of weight with the arms. So on an inhale, we'll start to fill our chest. Bringing the hands onto the heels. And on every exhale, try to bring the abdomen in towards the spine more and more. Tucking the chin towards the chest. On the next exhale, try to bring the forehead to your knees and the tip of the head onto the mat. On the next inhale, bring the hips up towards the sky. Continue to bring the abdomen in towards the spine, pulling on the heels of the arms to take the weight off the tip of the head. You should feel a lot of this pressure the upper back. Try to direct your awareness into the tip of the head on the inside of the skull. Continue to breathe, pulling on the heels, finding your edge, holding at the edge, and watching the body. Concentrate on the breath, maybe using the seed syllable in your mind, the element of you becoming an enlightened being. Hold for 3 more breaths. Shoulders back and away from the neck. Trying to bring that abdomen in towards the body. When you're ready, you can bring the hips back down to the heels, untucking the chin and coming into a child's pose with the arms on your sides. Forehead on the mat. Just relax. Let's try it one more time together. Coming up to sit on your heels. Start to breathe in and out through the chest. Filling the chest on an inhale. Exhale, the abdomen comes in towards the spine, letting go of the air, holding on to the prana. Grabbing onto the heels, tucking the chin, bringing the forehead down to your knees, tip of the head onto the mat. Shoulders away from the neck, hips go up. Pulling on the heels. See if you can walk the knees towards the forehead. Keep breathing, just be aware. Long and fine breaths. Let's do 2 more breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale 1. Exhale, release, bringing the hips back to the heels, finding a child's pose. Forehead on the mat. Bringing the hands out in front of you. Elbows go towards the corners of the sides of your mat. Shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more. Making a cut with your hand to support the back of your head. We'll find a wide-legged child's pose. Bring the tip of the head to the mat, supporting the back of the head with the hands. Interlace. Maybe you stay here, bringing the knees right under the hips. If headstand is in your practice, you can go ahead and move into a full headstand. If it's not in your practice, our variation is simply to put pressure at the tip of the head. You can bring the knees up off the mat and maybe start to walk the feet towards the head to get the hips over the shoulders. Trying to bring the tailbone up to the sky and supporting the head with the arms. Shoulders back and away. Become aware of the body. Not pushing it past its capacity for today. Continue to breathe. recognizing that the process is natural. We don't have to force anything. When the moment is right, it will happen so easily. You won't have to think about it. You certainly won't have to force it. Continue to breathe, focusing at the tip of the head. Don't miss an opportunity to be in relationship with the chakra of great bliss. Long and fine breaths. If your knees are up in the air, trying to get the hips over the shoulders, bring the knees back down. Be underneath the hips. Maybe with no pressure on the top of the head, start to massage the top of the head on the mat, rolling it back and forth without putting any strain on the neck. Moving the hips. Maybe even rub the forehead on the mat. When you're ready, if you're in full shoulder stand, come on down. We'll move into child's pose wherever you are. Placing the forehead on the mat, finding a long spine, arms at your side or outstretched in front of you. Continue to be aware of the tip of the head. Inhale up to sitting and come to lay in Shavasana. Letting yourself fall open, palms face up, legs open, falling to the side. Letting yourself grounded to the mat, opening up, palms face up, legs open, adjusting the hips, the shoulders, and the neck. Doing a body scan from the tip of the toes up the legs, giving permission to relax. From the tip of the fingers up the arms to the shoulders, permission to relax. The internal organs, the abdomen and diaphragm. Rolling the neck from side to side. Maybe tucking the chin a little bit to find a long spine. Relaxing the muscles of the face and the jaw, the tongue. Relaxing the eyes, letting the scalp fall onto the skull. Moving the awareness into the tip of the head and the inside of the skull. Trying to focus, define the chakra by seeing what it is not. Look for what you cannot see. Listen for what you cannot hear. Begin to fixate on this space by moving the breath in and out. checking in to see how it feels. Is there tension here? And we get the mind to relax a little bit deeper. Settle the disturbed waters so that our prana runs clean and clear. Relax deeper. Dismiss whatever arises to go deeper. Look for what you cannot see and listen to what you cannot hear. Moving into the center channel. Feeling the sushumna from the tip of the head. Moving down the spine. A golden crystalline light. In the base of the spine. Feeling a heat. Feeling a calm breeze. Seeing this breeze slowly billow the fire, the lower part of the spine. Smile. Thinking about the virtuous things that you've done today by showing up to your practice. Feeling how more capable, how your capacity to help has expanded. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Finding a big stretch, arm comes overhead. Pointing the toes and the fingers. Rolling over to your left side. Pushing yourself up, coming into Sukhasana. Or a full lotus, or a half lotus. Bringing awareness to the tip of the head again. Letting that bliss drip down the whole body. We'll chant an Om together. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale for a cleansing breath. Inhale to chant. Bringing the hands to your chest, palms together. Let's dedicate our practice and all the goodness that we cultivated here. May it be multiplied and serve all living beings in their bodies and minds, so that they may know the causes to joy and to happiness. Namaste. Thank you for joining us in class today. May you carry this feeling with you throughout your day. We'll see you soon.